I'm going to talk about the Reflector process. This is the process that is sometimes referred to as reviewing, but in the Murmurations, we call it Reflector. So that will initiate because you have agreed to be a reflector, and you will get an email from PKP about this. And you'll go ahead and read the email, and then you can actually click on the submission URL to get to the Murmurations website. In this case, I went right into the Reflectors website because I remained logged in as Reflector 1, as you can see up in the corner. I'm just going to go ahead and look at these things and see what the due dates mean. I also want to look at the competing interest explanation, like conflict of interest, but we're calling it competing interest, and you just have to decide whether you have a competing interest or not. And in this case, I'm going to go ahead and indicate that I do not have a competing interest, but I'm going to go ahead and go to step 2. In this step, it talks about the guidelines of being a reflector. In step 3, you'll get access to the submission itself. You can see it's up there at the top. I want to look at the guidelines. There's some guidelines to what it means to be a reflector, and also indicating that your reflections will be publicly available. So making sure you know that. And then you can see here I have the various categories for reflection. I'm going to go ahead and look at this submission. And so this is what the submission, in this case, it's a poster, a piece of art. And so we would evaluate this based on the relevance and the, in this case, I'm going to just sit as developing. I also am going to indicate some comments associated with that. So we'll move into importance, and I'm going to go ahead and give this high, and the transformational. And then the next category that I'm going to be thinking about is broad interest. And this is just a test case, so of course you'll have probably more complete comments associated with the 3 categories. And then also you will be including general comments about the submission itself. And these are actually meant to help the creator and also to stimulate conversation with those who might be reviewing, might be looking at the website. You could also upload a file if you like. In this case, I do have a file. I wanted to be more specific on topics. So I'm going to go ahead and drag the file over just to be uploaded. And then also continue on so that I could go to the main Reflectors page. And then finally, you need to make a recommendation. So in this case, I'm saying revisions are required, but there's a variety of other recommendations. And then we'll go ahead and hit Submit Review. At this point in time, you're done with the Reflector process, and you can go ahead and enjoy the website.